Be the right club. Be the right club today.
Johnny, that's better than most. How about in? That is better than most. Better than most. Expect anything different?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the No Laying Up live show, coming to you live from the range here at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Solly here, joined by my crew. Hello, Mr. TC. How are you?
Greetings, Solly. Just a February day here on the peninsula.
Mr. DJ Pye is here. Hello, DJ.
Hello, guys. I'm enjoying the balmy weather here. You know, got to get out of Milwaukee, got to go soak up some of these beautiful 48-degree, cold, windy mornings. It's been great. I'm happy to be here.
Icarito Neil Schuster is here as well.
It's always good to be out here. Balmy is right compared to what we're getting on the East Coast.
That's right.
Thrilled to be here, Solly.
We had a plan. The plans change, as you know. We were going to be outside. We've been outside the last couple of years. The rain has not supported us being outside this year, so we have moved inside the performance studio here at the range. I'm not sure exactly what this facility is called here, but it is AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am week, and we are here for the third year in a row live at Pebble Beach, proudly presented by our friends at AT&T. Connectivity is truly the bridge to possibility, improving the daily lives. AT&T creates connections to what people need to thrive in their everyday lives, connections to friends, family, work, commerce, education, health, and entertainment, and more. For 150 years, connecting people has been AT&T's calling. To find out more, head to AT&T.com. AT&T connecting changes everything. We're working through some tech issues here as we had to move inside as well, so please bear with us.
See, those guys were laying fiber as you were reading that. Right out here, cords going everywhere.
Thank you to those guys. Yeah, that's right.
What's the week been like here, guys, so far? What have we been getting into?
Not a lot already. Doing an offsite, that's the less kind of sexy stuff maybe, but a little company get together, company offsite, talking through that stuff, which has been great. We got to get out and see our good personal friend Jordan Spieth.
Yes, we did.
Yesterday.
And Michael.
You got to caddy.
Cody is here to break something down for us. We're having some camera issues here.
So good morning to everybody that's out there, right? We had to move outside to inside, like Solly said. I'm working through some video issues. So audio is good right now, right?
Great.
But it looks like we got a frozen camera that I'm dealing with. So deal with me for a little bit.
We'll bear with
they
you.
can't see us right now.
Correct.
They can only see Neil and Deej, but
So you
we're
guys
working.
talk.
Thrilled.
Okay.
That's a big
Radio versus
Well, just
pressure.
mute these guys. We'll
That's right.
carry the show.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
Why don't you guys take 5? Go back to Ad Astra or something. Yeah. We you mentioned we got to see Jordan Spieth, which I think kind of is like a side door into maybe the news of the week, which is Solly's playing in the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
That's right.
This week, which is nuts. You've done it before. You got to play with was it Chris Stroud?
Chris Stroud, yeah.
But in the group with Bill Murray. And you got a late call to play again. So because of that, we got to go out and see Spieth. You got to do some caddying. You're going to be caddying.
Want to get back on the bag after our USGA qualifier years ago. See if we can get the band back together.
It hits the hill. It hits a lot of hills to hit out there.
A lot of hills to potentially hit out there. But I did do some, some proper work with Michael Greller to, just kind of tighten up my caddy skills.
How'd that work go?
Pretty well. I mean, not gonna lie to you. The yardage books are overwhelming. A lot of numbers coming at you really quickly. Jordan's a super processor, great with arithmetic.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, guys. In our modern world, I'm not doing a ton of math in my head. I froze up a little bit on the numbers.
You're a creative writing major.
I was, yes, much more of a. I don't know if that's left brain or right brain, but whatever the words are,
I
on
think
that part.
Left
brain.
is task oriented. Right brain is creativity.
I think right.
I think I'm right. Yeah.
I think I'm right as well. That's why I forgot which one is which.
Greller said he was like your vibe is great, and
Yeah.
that's most of the job, And we really worked on our bunker technique. He's a true technician, raking those bunkers.
Well,
So I think I learned a lot, which was great.
I feel like we're kind of dancing around this, but we have video of this. I don't know if Cody, is that helpful to throw that up now? We can play a little video of Spieth and Greller and Neil to an extent working through their process.
Hopefully, we'll see you on the other side with some connectivity.
We're connected.
You got to get in the book here. But 250 front. Are we looking at the end of the fairway as a layup or the fat part of the
Yeah,
fairway?
I'm going to try to, the pin's fine today. I try to have 85 yards to the pin.
You want 85.
I can hit it lower, take a little spin off.
Can we
So you
see
gotta
if
hit
can we
past
see if
the
Neil can
red.
pull the right number, Mike?
Yeah, here you go, Neil. Let's see what you got.
The front pin, you said?
No, it's, I don't know where, I think it's about 20
Back left.
on. The pin's 20 on?
28 on.
28 on.
Okay, got you.
What
28
do
on.
you want for a number?
I want to be at the 70 marker. I'm just going to make it easy on you.
70 marker. 286.
Move your thumb.
Yeah.
See the red?
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm
See
seeing
this
them.
head?
So you want,
This is the 286 head?
yeah,
See the red number?
yes, 204.
And then subtract the down.
You want me to wave the group behind us through?
No, I don't. I'm just getting my bearings here. 130. So gap wedge. Is that right?
No, you're off there.
Okay.
What's the red number say?
The red number says 204.
Okay, then minus 17.
Minus
And you got
17.
130.
Minus. Okay. Now, all right. I was subtracting the 70 off the 204.
180.
So 180. So 7 iron.
It's
downhill, so-
it's 190-ish.
Okay.
187.
So is that? I don't know the numbers in the bag. Is that 8 iron or not?
Well,
7
no,
iron.
You
It's,
don't know the numbers in the book either.
I don't. You're right. I'm getting exposed out here, but this is a learning moment for me.
It's 187. I want to hit it. So I'm gonna hit a punch 6 so that the flyer doesn't really, if it flies or spins, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna try, and that is pretty much at the end of the fairway.
Okay.
If it were to go in the rough with this pin, it's actually not a bad thing too, but I'll be able to control the distance from the fairway better. Was a little jumpy. So sit. Should be good.
Perfect, Neil.
Great shot.
And
Yeah,
then-
good process there, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I'll be honest. There's a lot of numbers in this book.
I think you could get the next one. Like, I think you could absolutely lick it.
So
when you get
what?
up
So
there.
what do you think I am to the hole then?
Where you were saying 250 to the front, plus 28,
I wrote down right there.
278.
Yeah.
There you go. 278.
Thank you.
Well, listen. I mean, that's his handwriting. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
hey.
get my bearings here.
You got your hands
This
full.
chicken scratch.
No, but before you looked at his handwriting, you said 250 plus 28, and we still didn't get there. That's where
278.
that's where my reaction
That's
is.
fair. That's fair.
Maybe your comments, your thoughts.
I gotta get to 278 quicker. 250 plus 28. There's a lot going on. The red numbers, black numbers in the book. Michael's handwriting is kind of chicken scratch. I don't trust that. I'm like, what? That might be something else.
You think he's trying to throw you off?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you guys were in his ear on the first tee. Like, hey, make it hard on this guy. You know, make him freeze up.
I think a lesson learned here is if you get behind at any point in caddying, you can't catch up.
That's
Like
how I felt.
throwing the book in your
Yeah.
hand, like figure out the numbers. Like, oh no. Like in the walk up, you need to be thinking about where's the sprinkler head, what's what the pin's 28 on. Like, all right, I'm looking for the front number. I'm going to add that. Throwing you in that spot was intentional for the content.
course,
I think.
of course. Now, Michael he kind of put his arm around me walking down the fairway. He's like, hey man, for me, Jordan's always been really good at math. I've had to up my game. I mean, he's quick with it. So
He was
I
a
gotta
teacher though.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So he's like,
What
I
did
got
he
to
teach like geography or something. I can't remember.
He said he was like, I wasn't real quick with math, but I've gotten quick at it.
That's
So
good.
you can learn.
Yeah, don't stop learning.
Start doing some mad minutes before I go out and caddy for Solly. I said I want to go analog. I want to play the game the
Don't
right
have to
way.
do that. After that display, I feel totally free to use as many devices as you need to measure the distances.
We're going 4 wide.
We're going forward.
Oh, hey, there we go. I like
We're
that.
changing plans with the camera angles on this one. But
A lot of curveball. The pitcher's not throwing us any fastballs this week. A lot of curveballs.
Weather,
Yeah.
just a lot change of times. Our agenda's getting thrown off, but that's okay. That's we bob and weave.
That's right.
I feel like we're very comfortable.
Makes you appreciate some of these guys that don't get a pitch to hit. You still
That's
gotta,
right.
you still gotta get on base. Still gotta figure it out. I can very deeply empathize with that idea of the yardage book. Somebody asks you a question and all you're looking at is just like the beautiful mind numbers kind of floating in the ether. I truly am I'm gonna have to guess here.
I was
don't
still
know.
I've never seen Spyglass, the front nine, so I was still when we got to that fair, I was like, oh, is this a par 5? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like I'm
holy
I'm
shit.
still
We
on
got a
first
chance to
base.
make a birdie.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Like, maybe we should go for it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot.
Good swing, Jordan. Good swing.
Yeah, good swing.
Yeah,
Good swing,
why?
bro.
Why? 'Cause
Well,
hit
I
the
did
fairway?
do that. I called that out on. He hit a really elegant tee shot, and I just took everything not to be like, great shot, because he didn't. I was like, I think he wanted it to turn more, so I didn't say it. He ended up in the first cut, so that was. I did not early call him, so I was thrilled about that.
We're going to ask for some bit of patience here. We're going to send it. We're going to put a hold screen up, and we're going to see if we can work out our camera issues here. But we will be back. I promise you that. But give us a second. We're adjusting here on the fly from some weather complications. And please stick around. We'll be back here shortly. All right, we are working through some issues here, and we will be back with the full camera view. Hopefully here shortly. We are going to bring in our first guest of the day. Before we do that, you took a little trip out to see this guest, and what'd you guys get up to?
I did. I flew out to Las Vegas and went up in Mav's Cirrus aircraft, and it was so impressive to see the full pre-flight routine up in the air. Him talking to ATC. All the communications with ATC are so, like, it was a really busy day on the ramp, and he was just an alpha. He was in control. It was like Greller, Neil. It was just wildly impressive to see that he's doing this while also being a PGA Tour pack. You know what? He's the pack co-chair.
I can't keep track
coming up,
anymore.
and yeah,
we can ask him in a
Yeah,
second.
we can ask him. Mav McNealy. So this is a little preview of our video. I believe it's out on YouTube now as well, but a little preview of our video we shot with Mav McNealy, and he'll be back after this video.
I've been looking for a passion, escape from golf. It's my happy place. Like, I don't think about anything else when I'm up there.
Are you nervous at all?
Not nervous at all. More just like excited. We were at Henderson Airport here in Nevada, just south of Las Vegas, and I'm gonna go up with Mav McNealy in his Cirrus aircraft. There's something romantic and exotic and cool about it. Can I call you Captain now?
Today, yeah. For flight, it's called an EFB, an electronic flight bag. You know, pilots in the older days used to have these bags of, you know, materials and everything. It's all condensed here on your iPad, and it's super convenient, an incredibly powerful tool. So I'll make a quick flight plan here. Drag one more point over here because we're going to go to the practice area that the flight school uses. It's over Ivanpah Lake, so we're actually going to fly to California today. I'm going to do my walk around right now because they're going to have to pull the plane out. So I'll just take you through my walk around real quick. Wingtip, again, still secure. Attachments, do the same thing. Check this aileron. It's good. Range of movement secure.
Are you going off a checklist on your phone right now?
Yeah. Always got to go through the checklist. It's like a routine in golf. Like why would you ever deviate from your routine? Just do it. Egress hammer, caps handle.
Writes notes myself.
Yeah.
Establish your routine.
Yeah.
In golf.
Want to get in the plane?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mixture, full rich. Power lever, full forward. Going to high boost prime. 1, 2, 3. Boost. Engine open 1/4 inch. Right, center, left. Clear! Key on both. Start. Boost pump, mixture, flaps, recirc.
All right, Cody's computer might be overloading here from all the cameras we're running into it, all the content we're trying to pump out this week. But welcoming in our guest and my partner for the week, we can formally announce Mr. Mav McNealy. Thanks for joining us.
Shouldn't you be practicing right now?
Yeah, I would like to. It's not been the best weather for getting that. Have you been practicing?
The sun is out.
Sun's
now.
out now. Yeah, you might need to go hit 4 balls.
I need to wait 5 minutes and see if it changes. Have you been practicing? That's probably a more important thing for our team.
I have. I've been playing a lot lately, so I wouldn't say a rain morning is the worst thing ever right now.
Playing well lately too.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's been like 9 excellent rounds out of the last 12, and I wish I could, instead of spreading that one bad round around the 3 tournaments, just put them all in one tournament and have 4 great ones. But that's what this week's for.
What do you credit to? You know, if I go back and say like your last 3 seasons, starting again with 2024, really, 2023 was not your best season. What changed between 2023 and now? And even then, what has changed over the last several years to just get incrementally better after the big improvement in 2024?
I think the hardest thing in golf is figuring out what to work on. Everyone here will put in the work, and just have a lot of credit to my team for pointing me in the right direction, getting my golf swing organized in a way the club face is just a lot more stable, and made some great hires, physio team, swing coach, short game coach, top to bottom, everyone's been helping me get better. So golf's easier from the fairway, though. I'll say that I'm hitting a lot more fairways than I did in 23.
If you geek out for a second, what from a swing perspective, what were you really working on?
So starting out, I was very kind of stuck underneath. I had a cross the line pattern, dropped underneath, had to kind of stall the body and flip. And so we started out in 24, okay, we can't play from underneath, so let's get over the plane. Just arms out, little bit bigger shoulder turn, swing left. And that was Torrey Pines in 24. I just remember being super uncomfortable aiming left of the fairway for the first time in years. But I had was up in the top 10 for most of the week. I was like, I think this is working. And then, fast forwarding now, we're just gradually bringing it back more to neutral. General theme is bigger shoulder turn, shorter arm swing, and nice stable club face through the hit. So that's kind of the progression of where we've been going.
That checklist. I'm just so I have the checklist right. I got to hire a physio. I got to hire a short game coach, a swing coach, put in a shitload of work is what you're saying here. All that and I'll be right there. I think that's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got to, it's a
aim left. Yeah. That did sound like a pre-flight checklist.
Totally. No, I know. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, trying to compete against these guys and the army and the team that they bring to the table every week is it's a tall task. You need all the help I can get.
If I remember right, I think we did an interview maybe 6, 7, even 8 years ago or so when you were coming out of college into the professional game. And you said something there that I remember was just like, it was almost like you were apologizing for your college success in terms of like, it almost, and I'm paraphrasing, but it almost seemed like all the wins you stacked up in that 2-year period, you were kind of saying like that kind of came out of nowhere. It almost seemed like you weren't allowing yourself to convince yourself that you were this talent of player. I feel like you've come a long way in the way you talk about your own game since then. I'm wondering if I'm onto something with that in terms of where you stand, what your belief is now versus when you came out on tour.
I think so. I think I accidentally backed into a lot of really good golf in college. Yeah. I think I had some great people helping me, but I don't know if I really understood what I was doing at the time. And I think you've got the experience curve and then your physical abilities. And I think the reason you see a lot of players play well in the early 30s is it's kind of matched at a point where they know the golf courses, they know the routine, they know how to be a pro, and they understand their golf game a little more. And it's before kind of Father Time catches up and starts to actually impact your athletic ability that much. So I think I'm kind of coming into that sweet spot of like owning my game and owning my process and understanding what I need to do, but also, still feel like I get out of the bed in the morning and nothing hurts too bad.
That's so interesting to me because I feel like you have a lot of guys that will come out of, the best college players will come out and go on heaters, and you see them, Luke Clanton, we saw come out and play really, really great golf for a bunch of weeks in a row. And is it almost like an F1 driver type of mentality, right? Where it's like the courses are so hard, but you don't have the scar tissue, you don't have whatever. Like I can see that kind of valley that you're talking about that you have to work through in probably late 20s. Once you get through that, is that kind of what you're saying, I guess?
I'd have so much fun if I could take this golf brain that I have now and put it on my 21-year-old self.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it would be so much fun. But that's just looking in the rearview mirror. I'm really excited about where I am now. And I wouldn't say it's scar tissue. I mean, this week I'm probably going to play 8 holes of practice just because I know these golf courses like the back of my hand, and I'm playing 7 out of 9 to start the year. So a rainy morning and getting to put my feet up and just get my golf swing and short game and putting in shape and not have to go, learn the breaks on the 11th green. That's a huge advantage.
How has your schedule evolved this year with like basically the PGA Tour schedule is just different this year? How have you changed things up?
I would say the biggest focus for me is I want to play better in June, July, and August. And I think I play really well kind of February through April and then really well in the fall. And I think it's because until last year, I haven't had that schedule certainty. So I'm playing a heavy January through April, May schedule, and then hopefully lighter June, July, so that I'm fresher in August and don't completely run out of gas. So if I play well early in this schedule at some of these West Coast events that I love, I think it gives me the flexibility to take a lighter summer and be fresher for those big events later in the year.
Can you take me through some examples, both with Spyglass and with Pebble Beach, of like prep, experience you have on those golf courses versus like if you were showing up at these courses for the first time, what your preparation would look like? You can use specific holes to say like, oh, on 6, I know if the wind's in, I'm hitting it, whatever. Like, what are some examples of things you've already got committed to memory and in your notebook that you can bypass that might be different from a first-time venue?
Totally. I mean, yesterday I played 1, 2, 3, 17, 18 at Pebble, and that was just to hit a few shots on the golf course and see how the golf course is playing. I feel like I could draw every green in the yardage book by memory. And
10 changed, I think, didn't it?
10 did change. I mean, but the theme is I've seen a bunch of greens change at this golf course, and the theme is they just get a little bit bigger, a little bit flatter, and maybe a new hole location or two shows up. But I would say, like just in terms of what I know is I know a few of the funky breaks. I feel like every green has its own personality. That's kind of the way I look at them. Is the front left section of say number 7. Like I just know that it's crowned in the front there, and so I really have to pay attention to that front flag. Is it on the left or the right side of the crown? Because when I hit my standard shot to the middle of the green or just past that flag, it's going to break right. If it's closer to the left side of the green, it's going to break left. If it's closer to the right side of the green. things like that, knowing that the back right flag on 7, there's a little fall off, runs towards the ocean. It's just going to be a little quicker putting from the middle of the green over that way. And that's just stuff I've stockpiled over years of running that putt by 4 or 5 feet and having stress coming back.
Love that.
How is it having your brother on the bag?
It's been really, really fun. Really smart kid. I owe a lot to my old caddy, Travis, like I said, as a fresh, first couple year pro, not knowing where the locker room is, not knowing the routine, and having an experienced guy like that be able to show me the ropes and help me learn how to be a professional, come down that learning curve. But now I feel like I've got that foundation, and that I can just kind of bring my brother out. Sorry, have a lot of fun, play a lot of fun golf, and just enjoy competing together. And most of the time we don't even talk about golf out there. It's golf for the 20-30 seconds we're hitting the shot, and then it's who knows what in between.
I was thinking just how you being in contention has changed, especially since winning. And again, I think I'm going back to like the experience stuff and how things have changed. But I think there's a brother aspect to that too, right? Like you guys have to figure out how to do that for the first time. What has that been like, and how is kind of like going from I'm trying to establish myself as a pro, I'm trying to do this, that, and the other thing, I'm trying to belong to, we're trying to win every week. What has that evolution been like?
Well, I mean, there's something about when your brother says that you have the ability to be one of the best in the world, that you really believe it. And I know he'll knock me.
My brother said that I would not believe it.
No,
that's good that you believe yours.
He also knocks me down when I need it. So I get both ends of the spectrum there. I mean, my brothers humble me, and I feel like there's 4 of us, and we all kind of keep each other in line and keep each other in check. We all shared a room growing up, and extremely close. So I trust those guys, implicitly. It's a pretty cool relationship.
What's the age gap between the brothers?
We're all 2 years apart. So I'm 6 years older than Scout, but I don't know how many older brothers are asking for this much important life advice from their 6-year younger brother.
I have a random question. As we deal with kind of conditions out here between Spyglass and Pebble, I'm always curious how pros would view this. So let's say you get to choose in this scenario. There's one really windy, tough day and a very calm day. Which you could pick which day you would have on those 2 golf courses. Like I think Spy's a little bit of a harder golf course. Would you rather have the hard conditions on that one or easy on that one? Hard, you see what I'm asking?
I would 100% want the windy day at Spy, because there's only 4 or 5 exposed greens out there. Everything else is in the trees. When I think of a windy day at Spy, I think putting is going to be way easier than trying to play a foot of wind break on the 7th green at Pebble. I also think that you've got a lot of tell on where the wind is, even when it's swirling in the trees. Just look up at the Spanish moss hanging from the trees, and it tells you what the wind's doing kind of at every level that your ball is going to fly through. So 100% want the windy day at Spy. You get 13, 14 holes sheltered in there, and then a calm day at Pebble, you can really get after holes 2 through 7.
What with all the success you had last year, at some point, I'm sure the Ryder Cup entered the picture. When did that enter the picture? To start the year, but even before that, and kind of walk me through kind of what your process was, communications with the captains and Keegan, and what you thought your likelihood was of being picked, and kind of did you receive a phone call at the end of that, and kind of what that journey was like last year?
Yeah, it wasn't really on my radar, other than the fact that everybody was talking about it all year, until played really well and almost won Genesis on Sunday, and was paired with Justin Thomas, and I was like, wow, that would actually be a lot of fun to. I think we shot 11 or 12 under best ball at Torrey Pines South with 8-inch rough or whatever it was that day. I was like, that'd be a pretty fun best ball pairing. So it was definitely definitely front of mind all year, and I would say if I were to do anything differently last year, I wouldn't have thought about it as much. I would have just enjoyed being 10th in the FedEx Cup points list through BMW, and had a lot more fun, and maybe played a little bit freer that way. And
can you control how much you think about it, though?
I was going to ask.
Not really.
You just seem very conscientious. And do you do a lot of work on the mental stuff? And what does that look like for you?
Honestly, I think Scout's probably my main psychologist out there. He's like, would you do anything differently? And with the team was picked today, what would you have done differently back then? It was probably nothing. So why would you worry about it?
I was trying to make all the putts.
I know, seriously. I wasn't trying to miss anything. So, I actually thought that finishing 3rd at BMW was, especially on Caves Valley, just a big, beefy golf course that felt like a major championship type test. I thought that was going to go pretty far for me. Obviously, with half the team being picks, it's kind of a black box. You don't really know what goes in there. And it's kind of unique for our sport. I mean, I would say between that and sponsors exemptions, everything else in our sport is a points list and you know exactly where you stand. So it's a little different to not know where we stood throughout the year and kind of guessing based on stats and what their stats guy might be thinking and pairings and all these crazy
Vibes. Hard to measure the vibes.
Totally. But I was very, very proud of the body of work I put together. And I thought I had a pretty good chance to make it. That said, nobody wanted to win more than Keegan Bradley. And he picked a team that he thought was going to give him the best chance. And I was really, really tired. Like I said, end of, August, played a ton of golf, played pretty good golf, and leaving Eastlake, I was exhausted, flew to Cleveland for a sponsor outing and got to my hotel, literally dropped my bags at like 11:45 at night, sat down on the bed, pulled out my phone. And at that moment, saw Keegan Bradley calling. I go, well, I didn't really have to have much time to
11:45 at night.
Yeah. He thought I had flown back to Vegas. I said, hey, Keegan, what's going on? He goes, hey, you back home yet? And I go, no, I'm in Cleveland for a sponsor outing. And I think he went, oh, I'm about to make this kid's night way worse. But he said it was a hard phone call for him to make, but they were going a different direction. It's like, well, that wasn't how I envisioned tonight going, but it's all good.
Speaking of a different direction, what do you do on a day like today where
it is started and stopped raining like 3 times since you've sat down?
Yeah. So you want to get work in, you need to be up, moving about, working on your game, seeing the golf course and all that. But at the same time, you want to get, you don't want to have a non-representative sample that's going to mess up your swing or get you sick or anything like that. What do you do today?
It's going to rain on Sunday and we're going to get wet on Sunday. So I told Scout, I was like, maybe we won't go play. We'll see how the forecast looks. He goes, no, if it's raining, we're going to go play because we got to get our rain routine down for Sunday. I was like, okay, that's actually a good point.
Thursday, Friday, does that extend to your amateur partner? You think you need him out there?
Oh, well, he's not playing on Sunday, so
that's true. Well, maybe
it's
just
okay.
Mentally, you got to picture yourself hoisting that trophy.
You're working on podcasting on a rainy Sunday. It's perfect. No, I think it's going to be good. We're going to just go get that routine down. We played with Nick Taylor at Genesis last year, and I remember it was it was raining sideways. I think I shot 41 or 40 on the front nine, and Nick was just playing unbelievable. Washington UW guy, and I was like, I think this guy's the best rainy bad weather player I've ever seen. He just was
here too.
getting around
what the weather was like.
Exactly. I mean, so that kind of was inspiration for me to kind of take these days as a learning opportunity to figure out how to play.
What's your rain routine? Are you a 2 gloves guy? You got all the towels up in the umbrella. Like what are your big priorities when it's raining?
Keep the ball dry, keep the grips dry, keep the clubs dry, and then pretty much caddy is like last on the keep dry list. So sorry, Scout.
Good to be your brother. Yeah.
But if the caddy gets too wet, then all the other stuff is going to get wet, I think, too.
We're both fighting tooth and nail to like keep my hands on the grip dry and then keep the ball dry as possible. Learned some things from some guys. I played with Patty Harrington, practice round at the Open, and he was actually talking about changing your routine, make your routine shorter just to keep that ball as dry as possible, especially on the tee. He's like, in his own ways, like it doesn't matter how your practice swing feels, like hit that ball as soon as you put it on the tee just to keep it dry. Then
it's one of my favorite. The caddy's holding the umbrella over the ball, pulls it away last second. Yeah.
And then watching Sepp at this tournament last year, he was playing really well. And I noticed on the front nine, his sweater was just getting wet and wetter and wetter and wetter. And then shows up on the 10th tee with a completely dry, different color sweater. And I said, that's genius. I hate playing with rain jackets. So just keep a dry pullover in your bag and, at the turn, swap it out and just get a dry pullover for the back nine. You never get that wet. So that's another little tidbit I've picked up for guys who don't like rain gear.
I love it.
Sunday, it's going to rain. You're saying that based on the tour's forecast or your own proprietary models that you use when you're flying?
No, I haven't checked ForeFlight. I probably should do that. But yeah, I mean, if you look outside, it's going to rain at some point on Sunday for sure.
So unique part of this tournament, obviously, is the amateur format. I'm curious, who have you played with in the past that you can kind of glean from, like, hey, they did something good or they did something bad that Solly needs to know about here?
I don't know. You've got a tough list of some really cool people I've played with. I've played with my dad, which is awesome. Dr. Condoleezza Rice, which was awesome. Chuck Robbins from Cisco, Carl Carandi from KPMG, and I think it's just it's
solid.
yeah, I know, yeah, I love it.
Gives you
Love
chills.
it. Yeah, I know. Get you one of these hats. But yeah, it's just it's a fun format. I mean, it's golf's a more social game than pretty much any other professional sport there is, and I think that's what's so cool is that people of all skill levels. I mean, I'm pumped about the handicaps in our group. That'll make this week fun. But
You
know,
won't
just,
be having some strokes though. If
I
you
know.
care at
How
all
many?
about the
How many are you getting?
0.
yeah, there's only 2 strokes
How many are you
within
getting?
our group. Yeah, I know. I'll take as many as you'll give me. But I think it's fun that people of all skill levels can play and compete on the same golf course, same competition. It's a lot of fun.
I was thinking it's going to be pretty hard for us to compete with me getting 0 shots. I'm probably just going to play the back tees with you guys if
Yeah,
that's
I think
cool.
that makes sense.
That's
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing a playing partner could do, in a pro-am like this? Other than that,
Asking for a friend.
Honestly,
not pick up, right?
I think just missing the ethos of what this is all about, which
Talk
really
about vibes.
like
Read the vibes.
just have a great time, have fun, have fun, be a fun guy to hang out with. People apologize all the time for playing bad golf at pro-ams, and I really don't care. If you play reasonably quickly and you're a fun person to hang out with for 5.5 hours, we're gonna have a great day. It's that simple. Like, don't apologize for hitting bad shots, playing bad golf. It doesn't matter. I want you to play well, but bad golf doesn't bother me.
Do you have any more flying questions? I know you got a lot of those out, but for people that haven't seen the video just yet, I think immediately it hits you over the head of like how serious this hobby passion is for you. I guess you could say.
Have you flown at all since we went up?
I have actually. That jet that we got to sit in.
Yeah.
Scott Stone from Sirius, he's the Western Regional Sales Director based out of Scottsdale. Picked us up in Carlsbad, and we flew from San Diego to Scottsdale. Kind of flew right over the TPC Scottsdale golf course, and I got to fly the jet with a little bit of oversight. So that kind of scratched my itch here on the West Coast swing. But yeah, it's really
That
really
looked
the
like the
best.
coolest plane I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's green. I told Maya that if I win the Masters or TPC Scottsdale, I'm like
He's
for
saying,
sure
he's
getting
saying
the green
your
one.
plane.
Well,
You're
the
saying
great
your
plane
plane or
or
the
both
jet?
of them.
Yeah,
They
but
have
yeah.
kind of a similar, but the one I remember you said in the video, like that's
Yeah.
that's the one. I'm like,
That's
yeah,
the one.
that is the one. That
But
is
if I win the
so-
Masters, I'm getting a green one. It's just happening. So
So like, what would happen on a day like today? Would you just be like, I'm not flying at all on something like this if you were scheduled to go, or you could fly in this?
I could totally fly in this. I would watch the weather, make sure there's no icing. That would be number one concern. 2 is visibility at whatever airport I'm going to. And 3, make sure I've got plenty of fuel to get to an alternate airport if the weather's that bad at the airport. But totally ready to go fly in this today.
Have you landed at Monterey?
I have.
How's that compare?
It was cool. I followed a little Alaska Air plane in there. I was a little slower than them, but it was great. It's awesome. I took off out of it. You kind of make a left turn and you get to see all the golf courses on the peninsula. It's really cool.
All right, before we let you go, final piece of advice for me to start the week. What have you got for me?
I would say, tee shots at Pebble. There's one side you can't miss and one side you can play from. So figure out what side that is and play from that side. I would say read putts from the low side, but also use, like I would say the best green reading advice I can give on a coastal course is looking at the horizon of the water line and use that to level your eyes, because that'll always be dead flat, and use that to kind of read your putts and read the greens, especially because all these courses, there's some slight grade down towards the water, so it can throw your eyes off.
Everything breaks to the ocean?
Maybe. It sometimes it looks like it breaks away, but if you use the ocean line to kind of level your eyes, you'll be able to tell how that slope is relative. So yeah, that's two main things.
That's good stuff.
You have to remind me of that.
If you can use that tip also, it means you're playing like good golf.
Totally.
Like if you're able to employ that, I'll just use the ocean. It's like, oh, you're playing some good golf courses.
Like you'll see me you'll see me reading a putt, and then I kind of look over to the right, look at the water. That's what I'm doing, is I'm like leveling my eyes and telling myself what dead flat is, and then looking back at the putt I'm reading.
I'm going to officially give Scout 18 overrides of Neil. If he hears bad advice from Neil or
That's
TC
it.
on Friday,
Only 18.
only 18 holes is he allowed to override.
Love it. Love it.
I want Neil to tell me that I can be the best in the world It's
Yeah, it's true.
Your younger brother.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm gonna be thinking about that one too. I gotta call my brother after this. Yeah, work on our
Were you on that
relationship.
one, man?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, best of luck this week. Look forward to playing with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for coming by here. For those watching at home, we are going to put up, we're going to have to close this link to the live show. We're going to give Cody's computer a reboot. We're going to be back with a new link, I believe, here, probably, hopefully, in 10 to 15 minutes or so. Thank you for bearing with us. We overloaded his machine. We made a lot of last minute audibles, and we're getting exposed for not having upgraded Cody's computer for us. That's on us. That's not on Cody. So appreciate your patience with that. Thanks again to Matt for coming by, and we'll be back here shortly with more guests here from the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.